Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. I, Mike Lane, here with Daniel Bryan and with Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to talk about, what happened. We're going to talk about what's going to happen here today on, here today on Friday Night Smackdown. Well, as you know, yesterday we did see Autolycus have the match with Sonya Deville and hoping to become the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering again. But sadly, that did not happen. Mike Lane says. Well, you got that right, Daniel Bryan said. That did not happen. Sadly, what we did, or did not see, was that Sonya Deville is still the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. And the way it should be, Wade Barrett says. That's the way it should be, that she should be the main wicker of the toy wrestling gathering. And if you don't see her here today, then you understand why. Because she's having a deserved rest, after everything she got put through, she got, put through by Autolycus, by the so-called sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering, Steve Austin. And I believe we're going to hear from Steve Austin now, because here comes the sheriff now coming in the ring. Alright everyone, it is I, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering. And today, do we even know who the TWF women tag team fighters are? It's been some time, and we don't know who they are. So I'm going to have to bring an answer to that asking thing. So to bring that answer to that asking thing, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to name new folks for the TWF Women's Tag Team Winnings. And that's going to be Brie Bella and Nikki Bella taking on, hey, just give us the straps. That's all you have to do, Steve Austin. Don't make this work harder than it has to be. See, they can't stand up. Yeah, you should just give us the strap. Because as you know, Nikki and Brie Bella, can't cut it. Oh, what do you mean, Raquel Gonzalez? What do you mean, Roxanne Perez telling us that we can't cut it? Nikki Bella said, we can't cut it, Brie Bella says. And we're not going to let you win the TWF Women's Tag Team Winnings. I've heard enough, Steve Austin said. Here today on Friday Night Smackdown, we will see Raquel Gonzalez and we'll see Roxanne Perez take on Nikki and Brie Bella for the TWF Women's Tag Team Winnings. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Well, you just heard Stone Cold Steve Austin lay down the law as the sheriff of the toy wrestling gathering. Mike Lane says, yes, we did hear that, Daniel Bryan says, and we look forward to how this match is going to be played out. This match is for the TWF women's heavyweight winnings. TWF Women's Tag Team winnings. First, they are Nikki and Brie Bella, the Bella Twins. And they are, from the Doomsday, Raquel Gonzalez and Roxanne Perez. Ding. Well, as you know, we're going to have Brie Bella's going to go off of Roxanne Perez here. And we can tell you what Mike Lane says, that Roxanne Perez is a former WWE Women's Tag Team fighter with Raquel Gonzalez. So that did happen in WWE. Oh! Right now they're in a bind right now. Roxanne Perez taking out Brie Bella. Brie Bella picking up Roxanne Perez and slammed her down. Roxanne Perez spent her life when she was 6 between years old, to become a skilled wrestler. Mike Lane said, yes, she did, Daniel Bryan says. And she's still a young wrestler, and he's only been in, only 3 wrestling businesses, Daniel Bryan says. Yeah, and most folks don't even get that far. Wade Barrett says, yeah, like Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, they haven't been in FCW and have 3 runs in W so far. Brie Bella missed. And Roxanne Perez right now. Taking down Brie Bella. Mike Lane says, we got a tag now. And here comes Raquel Gonzalez, who is the woman world heavyweight fighter. And a Gonto bomb, whatever that is. And she's hoping to become the TWF, one half of the TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters. 1, 2, and only a kick out. Oh yeah, Varia's fast reckoning again. No, she's not. Oh, Nikki Bella just hit her right in the knee. And Brie Bella just brings in Nikki Bella now. And Nikki Bella wants to try to do the rack attack, but that's not going to work. And she just got mud slammed it instead by Raquel Gonzalez, Mike Lane says. And some folks are going to scathe us and say, oh, but she became Raquel Rodriguez. That's true. But we're going to call her by her former ring name, if that's all right with you, Daniel Bryan says. Brie Bella, right now in a bind, and Raquel Gonzalez is just taking her out. And another slam. And there she goes. She's out again. Well, when you get in the ring with Big Mummy Cool, I don't care if you're a WWE Hall of Onlooker. I don't care if you're an FCW or have 3 runs in WWE. It's not going to work out for you, Wade Barrett said. Nikki Bella brings in Brie Bella back in again. And Raquel wants to go. Oh! Raquel almost Brie mode. Oh! And Brie's about to do it. Splash on Raquel Gonzalez, Mike Lane said. Daniel Bryan said, look out. Roxanne Perez better come in the ring, but Nikki Bella ended up throwing her out of the ring. Well, no, come on, Wade Barrett said. It can't end this way. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winners and the new TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters, Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins. Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins, are now the new TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, Mike Lane says. And some folks out there might be, upset over that. Mike Lane said, well, they're going to be upset over it, Daniel Bryan says. Sadly, there isn't anything we can do about it, I'll tell you what, Wade Barrett says, I think that was sad. I truly felt that Roxanne Perez and Raquel Gonzalez should have been the TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters. But sadly, that didn't happen. Well, speaking of that, we're going to take it away now, Mike Lane said to Gene Okerlund. Alright, Mike Lane, I'm going to be talking with Nikki and Brie Bella, the new TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. They can even stand up. I'll bring the stands in. Stand up! Alright, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella. It looks like you two are now the TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters. Yeah, that's what it looks like, Gene Okerlund, and that is what happened. We went up against, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Gonzalez, and a lot of folks thought we wouldn't win. A lot of folks thought that Team Bella would, get beat up. And they truly believed, at the end of the day, that it would all be for nothing. It would all be that we would be the losers. But at the end of the day, Gene Okerlund, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Gonzalez are the losers. Well, I do want to say you do believe in yourself, Brie and Nikki, and how you had done things and you had free runs in WWE and your time in FCW. Are you worried about other women coming after you for the TWF Women's Tag Team winnings? Well, am I worried about that? No. We're not worried about that at all, Brie Bella says. We know it's going to happen, Gene Okerlund, so we're not worried about it. Not at all. If they want the TWF Women's Tag Team winnings, then they know where they can come and get it. But we're going to win, they're going to lose. Well, that's my talk with Nikki and Brie Bella, the Bella twins. Mike Lane, back to you. Well, thank you, Gene Okerlund, for talking with Nikki and Brie Bella, the Bella twins, here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And that's all the time we got it for Friday Night Smackdown. I, Mike Lane, with Daniel Bryan and Wade Barrett. We hope you liked Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit.